quick video while I'm driving before I forget, but thinking this might help some people out. But there's a lot of people on their fitness journey right now, or people who started January 1st and they already quit or whatever, but remembering why you started in the first place. The reason is because a lot of times you're not always going to feel like, going to the gym. Sometimes you're going to be tired. Like myself, I used to work at a hospital. I was like, on a good day, without traffic, like an hour away from my house. And even after, 8-hour shift, it'd take me like an hour to get home. I still go to the gym, and sometimes I'll be dog tired. There's been times I'll pull up in the parking lot, I'll make it to the parking lot, and I fall asleep in the parking lot. Like, I wake up 12 minutes done pass by, I'm like, oh crap, let me at least get in here and do something. I might not be at 100%, and sometimes I feel like, man, not today, but the reason why I kept going, because you have to remember why you started. I knew that if I just start taking it easy, and every time I stop, it's just going to become more and more. You skip one day, then you get used to skipping one day, so then you start skipping 2 days. You start used to skipping 2 days. Instead of going to the gym 5 times a week, now you're going probably 2 times a week, or whenever you feel like it, then you just stop going at all. And you have to remember, why you started. The reason, your why has to be better than or stronger than the why not. Because things are going to happen in life regardless. I mean, that's just a given. As long as you're alive, life is going to happen. I mean, you're going to have a bad day at work. You might have a bad run-in with somebody. Somebody pissed you off or something like that. Or, you might have people pass away in your family. It might be someone, you might got some bad news or something like that. It's always going to be something. You're going through a breakup or divorce, whatever it is. There's always, that's a given. That's something you can't control. What you can control is what you do. And if you decide to give up, especially if you've already been making progress, and then you go back to square one after a while, all the progress you made before is going to be in vain. You might as well have not even started. So even like a video game, you start a game and then you get to a certain point, you never finish it. But the thing is, in real life, it's even worse than a video game, because at least you can save your data and then pick up where you left off. A lot of times when you start trying to get in shape, you're trying to eat better, you're trying to exercise more, and then you just stop. No, you don't keep those gains. You go back to what you were doing before, you have to start back from the first stage. There's no save data and picking up where you left off. You start regressing. That's even worse than just staying stagnant. But at least if you're staying stagnant, you're just maintaining. If you quit altogether, you just undid all the hard work you put in before. So you got to keep that momentum going, and you have to have a strong enough why in the first place. If your why isn't strong enough, any little thing that happens is always going to get in the way of what the end goal is. And the end goal might be different for different people. Some people just want to look and feel better. Some people do it for vain reasons. Some people, they want to be able to attract better people, man or woman. You know. And think about it like this: the time you spend not doing the work, the time is going to pass anyway. So there's some people that say they start and then they're looking for like a shortcut and then they stop. Some people have been looking for a shortcut for the past 4 years and still end up in the same position or worse than where they started. The fastest way to do it is just being consistent. That is the shortcut. The shortcut is just being consistent. Because I guarantee you, 6 months of consistency will beat the 4 years of trying to find different shortcuts. Like I said, time's going to pass anyway. So if it's going to pass, you might as well put in the work in the meantime. So if you're thinking about quitting or you already have quit, it's time you need to pick back up and step it up. Because it doesn't matter. It's going to be another 4 years, another 2 years, when it could take you 1 or maybe some months, sometimes not even a whole year, just being consistent and change your whole life. So that's just my thoughts on it, because I know I felt like quitting a lot of times myself. I'm like, man, but once you get into doing a routine, trust me, it becomes a lot easier. I mean, you change your mindset when you change your body. So, like I said, you only live once. You might as well look good doing it.